sound. Ringo TV. Ringo TV. Ringo TV.
Welcome to another edition of Ringo TV Reactions,
The #1 reactionary channel on YouTube.
I'm your host, Ringo. Make sure you click the like button, subscribe, and support the content.
Yo, this is your boy Ringo. We back again with another one. Ringo TV Reactions. Commentary and criticism, talking about the situation. Yeah, that's right. Your man, Don Lemon, basically got fired. And word on the street is that, you know, he's kind of salty about the situation. A lot of people talking about it all over social media, so I want to share my thoughts. It's never a laughing matter when you get fired from a job. It's not nothing to celebrate, make fun of, play games with. But we got to talk about this particular story, find out what's going on in the news. Salute to everybody that's in the chat. V-Dub Man in the building. What's going on, bro? Want to talk about this situation and see what's happening. He made a tweet about it. I didn't even read the story. Seen it on Yahoo News. And I want to chime in and see what's going on in these streets. Find out what's happening. So they wrote an article on yahoo.com. And I found out while checking some email. And it's crazy. We're going to go through that. We're going to go through the article, see what's going on. Appreciate the super chat, Deborah. Salute to everybody in the chat coming through. This seems to be a story that is going on right now. He had put out a tweet about this, and I want to read what it says. I haven't even read it. I'm reading it along with you. I haven't even checked none of this stuff yet. Don Lemon made this tweet. Says, I was informed this morning by my agent that I have been terminated by CNN. That's crazy. Now, as a black man in society, I'm pretty sure all of you have experienced, you know, getting in trouble and whatnot and getting terminated from your job. But again, this particular reaction is basically live. So I don't know nothing about this man in terms of why he got fired. I'm now tuning in to the news. So maybe you know why. Maybe you know already what happened. I don't. Like I said, I got the article in front of me. So I'm going to look at that and find out what is going on. So this is news to me. Right? So it goes on and he says, I was informed this morning by my agent that I have been terminated by CNN. I am stunned. After 17 years at CNN, I would have thought that someone in management would had the decency to tell me directly. At no time was I ever given any indication that I would not be able to continue to do the work that I have loved at the network, it is clear that there are some larger issues at play. With that said, I want to thank my colleagues and the many teams I have worked with for an incredible run. They are the most talented journalists in the business, and I wish them all the best. Right? So, again, losing a job is never a fun thing. Getting terminated from any company or business or whatever is never a laughing matter, because at the end of the day, this is what he did. This was his job. Now, the thing that is interesting about society is that people love to celebrate, laugh, and mock when you lose a job. I mean, it ain't a funny thing to lose your job. I'm seeing people in the chat. Now, you got your prerogative. You can rock out. I ain't saying you can't laugh and have a sense of humor about certain things. Maybe I don't know the full story. We're going to read it and find out what happened. Some people are saying he should have seen this coming. Some people saying he deserved it. Some people saying, you know, it is what it is. I mean, I would have never thought that Don Lemon would even get fired, because you figure he play for the other team. So how could a man that play for the other team get fired? You know? How could a man that play for the other team get fired? I'm shocked. I'm stunned. I can't believe this. I would have figured, hey, I would have more likely got fired. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure all you brothers at some point got fired from a job. You know what I mean? It ain't a fun ride, but it is what it is. Life moves on. We go through what we go through. We struggle. At the same time, I never laugh or mock if somebody lose a job unless they did some dirt. Now, if you did some dirt and you did some foolishness and you got fired from your job, then we're gonna laugh. We're gonna laugh. We're gonna have some fun. We're gonna have a party. You know, like the therapist lady that was mocking black men and then they fired her from her practice. Well, that was a situation that she caused on her own. She had that coming. Now, I don't follow Don Lemon. Maybe you follow lemons, but I don't. You know? Now, he said some questionable things in his career. He, you know, may have rubbed people the wrong way many times, but I would have never thought in a million years that Don Lemon would get fired. Not him. Nah. Can't be. You know? So he's trying to figure out why nobody didn't give him like a fair warning that this was coming down the pipeline. Well, like somebody said in the chat, he should have known this was coming. But hey, let's read the article. I don't got the article on the screen, but I'm going to read it on my end to try to put this together and see what's happening here. Again, salute to everybody in the chat joining in. Make sure you get the likes up on the stream. Let me see what we got. We got a lot of stuff to cover. Like I said, I'm doing a lot of work in the studio. Pretty much almost done. I should be able to go live on camera in the morning somewhere. I was supposed to do that earlier today, but I was taking care of a lot of different things. And let's see what this article says. Let me read this thing real quick. It says, and it's coming out of Yahoo. It says Don Lemon announced Monday that he's been terminated by CNN. The embattled anchor who joined the network in 2006. Oh, so we're talking about an OG in the game. We're talking about somebody that gave a lot of years. This man been on CNN as long as I've been on YouTube. This man Literally been with CNN for 17 years. That's the amount of years I've been on YouTube. Right? So that's a long time. And I know that hurts to get terminated when you given 17 years of your life at what you love to do, and then they just get rid of you. But now, what was the cause of him getting terminated? That's the thing. Maybe the article will let us know exactly what happened. So let's see. It says that he been with the networks in 2006, faced scrutiny over his alleged sexist behavior. There we go. Here we go. Listen, fam, I be telling you guys, I'm gonna say it again in the stream. We know the topic is about Don Lemon, but at the end of the day, I'm shocked that he got fired. I'm shocked. I'm stunned. I'm stunned. I'm like, wow, he got fired. Listen, if he got fired, everybody getting fired. If he got fired, that mean that nobody's safe. And I told you guys a lot of times, and if you're a brother and you're listening, pay attention in class, fam. Look, guys, when you go on a 9-to-5 grind, right? Be careful, bro. I'm telling you. Look, guys, when you get up in the morning to go to your gig, you're going there just to get your bread. That's it. You're not going there to hook up with a sister. You're not going there to get into beef. You're not going up there to talk about nonsense and, you know, a bunch of bonchinche and foolishness. You're going there to do your job and go home. That's it. You know, when you go to your job and you're under temptation with women, you can't mix mingle all of that stuff, because right now they not playing games, fam. They not playing. If they got Don Lemon, that mean nobody's safe. Because like I said, I thought that Don was literally the type of guy that's untouchable. That's what I thought. You figure he played for the other team, that he's untouchable, that there's no way you could fire Don Lemon because he got the support of a different group. But now we're seeing that CNN don't care about none of that. They like, we gonna get rid of you. So it says in the article, and again, if you got Yahoo, the article is right up there. We just reacting to it, sharing our commentary. So it says he faced scrutiny over his alleged sexist behavior, surviving numerous on-air blunders during his tenure, like in February when he had declared Republican presidential candidate Nikki Haley isn't in her prime at age 51. So you mean to tell me, that's funny right there, by the way. Do you see how we live in a society where no one could talk, no one can share opinions, nobody could say anything? So you mean to tell me all this guy did is said that this Republican presidential candidate, Nikki Haley, isn't in her prime at age 51, and that's considered sexist? I mean, are they serious? Do you see, guys, why just uttering words can get you in trouble now on the 9-to-5 grind? No matter what career you're under, if you speak anything, the public is going to be upset. That's the world we live in right now. We live in a very sensitive, weak world where no matter what you say, everybody mad. Everybody's upset with you. So he said a woman isn't in her prime. I mean, for crying out loud, he spoke the truth. She's not in her prime. What woman is in her prime at age 51? What woman is in her prime? He told the truth. Like, what did he say that was wrong? What did he say? So it goes on and it says, I was informed this morning by my agent that I have been terminated by CNN. He shared on social media just hours after on air Monday mornings as usual. I am stunned. Lemon added, after 17 years at CNN, I would have thought that someone in management would have had the decency. First of all, nobody in management care. See, if you're a black man, black woman, nobody in management cares about you. Always remember that. If you're a black man, black woman, and the same thing goes if you're Caucasian, because I'm pretty sure my Caucasian viewers, I'm pretty sure you had your share of getting canned on the job. Nobody cares about you. You're just a number on the 9 to 5. Always remember that. I know it's tough. I know it's difficult to understand. I know we think the managers and supervisors love you because you're so good at your work, you're on time, you're courteous, kind. Nobody cares about you on a 9 to 5. You understand? You're just a tool at the end of the day. You're just a tool. You know what I mean? This is why I always tell brothers and sisters that when you do your 9 to 5 grind, do what you got to do, build yourself up, and try to figure out how are you going to make it out of a situation that you don't really want to be in. Because a lot of people that are on the 9 to 5 grind, they don't want to be there. They want to be doing something else. But you got to go through in order to survive, and you got to do what you got to do. I get it. But even in careers and certain high positions that pays very well, people get fired from. Sometimes you think you're safe. Sometimes you figure, well, I got my degree, I got my education, I know people, I've been networking. There is no way CNN would fire me. No, they'll fire you if you black, with the quickness. And now I'm learning they'll even fire people like Don Lemon. I would have never thought that he would be fired. I figured that guy would grow old and retire from CNN. I mean, the dude been there forever. Like I said, he started on CNN the same time I started on YouTube. So we have the same amount of experience in speaking, sharing commentary, and various other things regarding media. So I know that the news of him getting fired is very, very sad for him. And some people might laugh, some people might cry, some people might be like, that's not right. But then again, you got to always look at what you do to cause certain things to happen. But it's unfair because, again, we live in a world that's very sensitive, a world where you can't really talk, you can't speak, you got to walk on eggshells 24 hours a day. How many of you walk on eggshells at your job every day? Can't speak your mind, can't say what you want to say, people pissing you off. You know what I mean? You can't say what you want to say because you know you're going to be at that office. And you know you got a lot of snitches on the job. You know, so you got to walk on eggshells. Some of y'all don't care. Some of you ninjas out here, y'all don't even care about, you know, following instructions. Some of you folks in the clouds, when you on the 9 to 5, you'll flip on a ninja quick. Some of y'all, listen, fam. Some people on the 9 to 5 don't care. They don't care if they get fired. They be like, look, you crossed me the wrong way, it's on site. They'll tell you in your face on the job. They don't care about rules, bro. I'm serious. Some people, you just don't want to bother them. That's why I keep telling you when you're on the 9 to 5 grind, just do your business and go home. Do what you got to do and go home. Forget about making friends. And always know you on the radar. Now, let's get back to the story, find out what's going on with his article. So he says that he wished that management would have the decency to tell him directly. I'm sure you would wish that, but they're not going to do that. They're going to throw the book at you. He says, at no time was I ever given any indication that I would not be able to continue to do the work that I love at the network. Trust and believe, Mr. Lemon. There was many indications that you were going to get fired. Trust and believe that. Let me always tell you something, fam. Especially if you black. I don't know if Caucasian viewers understand this because I can mainly speak from the black perspective. I don't know how it is in your neck of the woods, but as a black man, we pretty much know we're going to be fired like 3-4 months in advance. Matter of fact, there was a comedian that was making jokes about the fact that as black people, we already know when we gonna get fired before we get fired. We already see the writing on the wall. Our supervisor acting funny. You know, they're not putting us in a certain department that we normally work. They make all these new changes. We want you to be in this department rather than the other one. And you kind of feel the vibe. It's like, yo, y'all planning on firing me, bruh? So when we get that call to the office, we already know what it is. We already know when we get that phone call. When we get that phone call, Ringo, come to the office. We already know what it's about. You know? I forgot what was the comedian's name, but there was a comedian that made jokes about it, how we don't take getting fired lightly. We be ready to flip. We be ready to fight. I forgot who it was, but somebody was a comedian. They was making jokes about it, and it's true. We take it very serious, man. Like, yo, how you gonna fire me like that? Now, again, I'm not here to laugh at Don Lemon. I'm not with that. You know what I mean? Now, if he did something to deserve what came his way, that's one thing. But I never mock people for losing a job unless they did something dumb to warrant what happened. Because you have to understand that when you have a livelihood of something that you do and something that you love, believe it or not, that's actually keeping you alive. For some of you, your career, your job, or whatever it is that you do, that keeps you alive. I promise you, that's what's keeping you alive right now. Your job, your career, the thing that you love to do, it makes you get up in the morning to live your life. If you can't do the thing that you love, you go crazy. You'll lose your mind. You'll go insane. You'll look at the world and be like, look, it don't even make no sense that I stay here any longer because I can't even do what I love. How many of you seen prison movies where a dude, matter of fact, it was this one prison movie. I forgot the name of it, but it had, I think, mostly a black cast. And it was a scene in the movie where the dude was in the prison. I'm not sure what the dude's name is. I know it's a black guy. It's an actor. I'm not sure if it's the same actor that was in Pulp Fiction. I'm not sure if it's him. I think it is, where he was in the penitentiary and there was another actor that was in the movie and he couldn't play his trumpet. He couldn't play his trumpet or whatever the case is because the warden wouldn't let him play. And he was miserable. And what happened was the particular actor, in order for him to help the other brother get back his privileges to play the trumpet. No, not the Shawshank, not the white dude, not the white man that liked the paint, not that guy. It was a black cast. It was a black actor. While I'm explaining it, some of you probably already got it. The dude had to fight. It was a movie where you had to fight in the penitentiary. You had to do something. And by him doing that, that allowed him to help the other brother to get his privileges to play the instrument. I'm not sure if Denzel was in that movie. I don't think Denzel was in that movie. I'm not sure if it was called Butch or something. I'm not sure what the movie was called, but if it was called Lockdown, I'm not sure. I have to check the wait, is it? I think that's the actor's name, Vin Rhines. I'm not sure. But it doesn't matter, right? The point is the man couldn't live without his music. You know what I mean? He couldn't live. And even we could use the situation with Shawshank Redemption. I think it was Shawshank Redemption where you had the white guy that enjoyed, I think he enjoyed doing art. And when they took the privileges, what did he do? He went into the woodworking room and he cut off his finger. Y'all remember that scene? I think it was Shawshank Redemption. in that scene, the dude couldn't live without his art because that was his life. So my point is, we all have something that we love, and when it's taken away, it's like your life is taken away. So by them taking away this man's career, he ain't gonna be the same no more. And I don't know how old is Don Lemon. He's most likely in his 50s, probably 53, 54. Maybe he's younger, I don't know. But whatever the case is, this is something that he loved to do. And for them to take that away, that's going to really break him down. Brainwaves Advice and Topics LLC said he's 57. Somebody said he think he's 45. He can't be 45. Definitely not 45. Got to be older. 2 people said 57. Definitely in the 50s. Right? But let's get back to this article. Let me see what else it got to say. He says, at no time I was even given any indication that I would not be able to continue to do the work I have loved at the network. It is clear that there are some larger issues at play. Now, what are those issues? I don't know. Is he implying that there's some racism? Is he implying that they are basically looking at him a certain way and prejudging him? He said, with that said, I want to thank my colleagues and the many teams I have worked with for an incredible run. They are the most talented journalists in the business, and I wish them all the best. Well, at least he wished everybody the best and didn't say anything crazy. But it goes on. The article continues. It says CNN confirmed his departure, with CNN CEO Chris Lech saying in a statement, Don will forever be a part of the CNN family. That's kind of cruel to say, that somebody's gonna forever be a part and you fired them. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of disrespectful in a way. So it goes on, it says, Don will forever be a part of the CNN family, and we thank him for his contributions over the past 17 years. And see, that's the problem, ladies and gentlemen, when you really think about it, when you go to these 9 to 5s, let me give you some game. I understand that as a man, woman, when you are in the working world, you have to do your best. But at the same time, you got to work smart. Don't give a company your all and then you just die and they let you go. Don't give them your all. Don't give a company blood, sweat, and tears, and then when they're ready, they throw you out with the bathwater. Do just the bare minimum. What am I saying? Am I saying being a bad worker? No, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is if you're getting paid, to move boxes, right? Let's just say you get paid to move boxes. That's your job. Your job title says your job is to move 40 boxes a day. That's it. Well, just do that. Don't move 40 boxes, then sweep the floor, take out the trash, mop, wipe the windows down. No, I'm not doing all of that. So it was Escape from Alcatraz. That was the movie with the white guy that got his finger cut off. I think that was it. I think it was, because I think that's the one where they escaped. Yeah, I think it was Escape. So it wasn't. So Shawshank Redemption was with the black actor Morgan Freeman, I believe it was. I'm getting confused with all these different movies, but I believe that was the one where the white guy cut off his finger. It was the movie that we just mentioned right there, Escape from Alcatraz. Yes, there was that movie, and then I think something ended up happening to the man where he ended up dying or something like that. Yeah. So again, when you're on a 9 to 5, just give them the bare minimum. Don't give them your soul, because that's how most companies is, fam. And again, think about this, guys. And when I say guys, I'm also talking to sisters as well, so don't feel like I'm leaving you out. A lot of us, especially from the Black community, and this is sad, we're just taught to work for someone. That's all we're taught to do. We're not taught to elevate past a job. Have you all noticed that? We're not taught to elevate. Now, of course, everybody got to work. Everybody got to grind to survive. We get it. But that's as far as it goes. We're not taught to grow any further. But in other cultures, they don't teach their children, hey, go to high school and get a job. No, they teach them to be entrepreneurs. They teach them to get creative, start a business, grind, do something productive, sell a t-shirt, sell something, get active in something that is productive, create a product, sell some lotion, sell some soaps, make a product, something. This is what other cultures teach their children. But with us, they don't teach us these things. Our parents and grandparents, they never taught us nothing. The only thing they taught us is go get a job. And unfortunately, we pass down the same traditions to our children, tell them to stay in school, and then when they finish, to get a job. And consequently, all we do is work for other people. We never start nothing. We never develop nothing. We don't have no businesses. But notice, when it's time for us to buy a car, what do? We go to other nations to buy these automobiles. And these other people from these other nations own all the factories. They have all of the special equipment because they went to school for engineering and various other education. And consequently, their whole family is successful. And it's sad. Like, why is it that we live in a society where this is how we are? And this is why as Black people and as a whole, it's sad, but it's like whenever any one of us, quote unquote, make it and we're successful, we just focus on our own success. And we just basically said, F everybody else. We don't teach nobody nothing. We don't bring nobody up. We don't help nobody. We just want everybody to stay down. And I think that's sad. Look at how many Black entrepreneurs we have, successful businessmen that are Black, but they really aren't trying to empower the community as a whole because they want it to stay like that. They want our people to stay on the bottom. And John Lemon is learning the hard way that just because he was in the industry, had a successful career for 17 years, that it can come to a screeching halt because of words. Listen, fam, when I was on a 9-to-5 grind, man, we had to walk on eggshells. I remember there was so many snitches. You couldn't talk, women getting upset, reporting you to HR, reporting you to supervisors, sexual harassment. Bro, you couldn't even be a man on the job. You couldn't even be a man, bro. Like, let's say, for example, about 7 of us brothers, we on the job, and we just kind of kicking it at the lunch table, just talking men talk. And a sister walked by and overheard us talking about we trying to do this and what sister we want to smash or what we talking about. You know how it is, brothers. Back then, they would just report you. They would go to the supervisor and say they were offended because they overheard you making jokes and they didn't like it. And it made the place become very toxic. You couldn't talk. The brothers were scared to have conversations. We had to duck and hide. We had to go outside and walk away and kind of walk far from the work site just to have conversations, because if you talk around other people, they would report you and snitch. You had the supervisor pets. I mean, it was toxic. It was crazy, fam. It got to the point one time, fam, talking to the supervisor, and I was like, yo, like being here is crazy, man. It's like I'm in a prison. You know, I can't talk. I can't speak my mind. I said, I'm a grown man at the end of the day, you know, like the way this stuff is crazy. You know, we tried to have little meetings where everybody can talk about what they have issues with, and it just made matters worse. And I remember I used to just tell everybody, yo, just leave me alone, fam. Like, I'm just here to do my job and go home, fam. Like, I don't even want to hear nothing from nobody. Like, just don't even look at me, man. Because y'all make the place toxic with all these rules and people reporting everybody. I seen dudes get fired, terminated just for saying good morning to a sister, bro. Just for saying good morning. He get fired, sexual harassment. You know? It's crazy, fam. You had sisters that would come to the job. Brothers would be like, yo, don't talk to shorty, man. I'd be like, why, man? She fine. They'd be like, yo, she be getting dudes fired for sexual harassment. So dudes used to risk it and figure, hey, I'm gonna still holla at shorty and end up getting fired, bruh. We had snitches that would report you, record you. I'm like, yo, man, that's just crazy. I can't be around that mess. So I could just imagine the things that Don Lemon had to deal with in his career at the news station, man. Imagine the things that he see. Imagine the things he had to put up with, the eggshells he had to walk on, the people he had to kiss up to please everybody, to make sure everybody else is happy but himself. Maybe now he can find some peace. Maybe now he can relax and don't have to, act like something he's not. You'd be surprised how many people on a 9-to-5 literally have to become another person just to survive the workplace, bruh. Surviving the workplace is crazy out here in these streets. Y'all know what it is. Some of y'all go to y'all job, y'all can't stand that place. Just being around these people. People ain't doing their job, supervisor making you do all the work. Come on, man. But you deal with it. You go through the motions. So continuing back on, the person from CNN, the CEO, Chris, basically said that Don will forever be a part of the CNN family. And we thank him for his contributions over the years, the past 17 years. We wish him well and we'll be cheering him on in his future endeavors. Imagine that. That's a slap in the face. That's a slap in the face. How many of you got fired from your old job and your supervisor, boss, or whatever the case is, send you a phone call saying he wish you well? How you wishing me well and y'all got rid of me? Y'all don't know I got a family? Y'all don't know I got kids to feed? Those of you that are in the clouds that experience this type of stuff, you know what that's like. You know what it's like when you got kids to feed and you get fired from your job and you got that mortgage to pay. The banks don't care about you got fired. They want that bread. They want that money at that end of that month. They don't care about you lost your job. You know what I mean? They don't care about none of that type of stuff. And it's a sad situation. That's why you got to count your blessings and always be prepared for the unthinkable, right? So it goes on and it says, the split turned messy immediately. However, with CNN Communications tweeting soon after that Lemon's statement is inaccurate. The network claim Lemon was offered an opportunity to meet with management, but instead release a statement on Twitter. See how they beefing already? It's crazy, right? They basically saying that he lied. They said, hey, nah, fam. His statement was inaccurate. The network claimed Lemon was offered the opportunity to meet with management, but instead released a statement on Twitter. Right? Let's see what it says. I can't put it on the screen, but I'll just read what CNN basically said. CNN Communications on Twitter basically said Don Lemon's statement about this morning's event is inaccurate. He was offered the opportunity to meet with management, but instead released a statement on Twitter. So now there's beef. Now they basically saying, you know what I mean? It is what it is. That's crazy, fam. You know what I mean? Creative Wave says, I got fired for refusing the pointy thing in 2021. Hey, fam, we in the same boat, bruh. We in the same boat, fam. I talked about that on my other platform on the Ringo TV Raw channel. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is, fam. You know what I mean? You got to make your choice in today's day. Other people made their choice to take the pointy thing. It is what it is, man. So it goes on and it says Lemon's exit comes on the heels of Variety April 5th expose detailing multiple supposed misogynistic incidents over the past 15 years at CNN. Do you see how they got receipts on them? Do you see how you could work for a company and for 15 years they had this dirt on this brother name? You're not safe, fam. A lot of you on a 9-to-5 might think you good, you safe, ain't no worries. Believe it or not, fam, some of your coworkers plotting. Some of your coworkers and superiors plotting. They got a file on you. They got complaints on you. They got people talking about you. They don't tell you, but they talking about you behind the scenes. It says that for 15 years, they have supposed misogynistic incidents over the past 15 years at CNN. In 2008, the anchor allegedly threatened his live from a co-host, Kyra Phillips, when she got an assignment he coveted. Lemon supposedly made a derogatory comment. Do you see how you can't speak? Notice this. It says that Lemon supposedly made. Isn't it interesting how when you read these articles, they say everything is alleged and supposedly he made? Why don't they just call it what it is? If it's a fact, it's a fact. Either he said it or he didn't. Because if it's not a fact, why did they fire him? You know? But I get it. It's social media, you know, journalism. They have to use all of the same language to protect the agency's bottom line and all of that other stuff. I get it. So Lemon supposedly made a derogatory comment about former colleague Soledad O'Brien and disrespected Nancy Grace on the air. Wow. See, I don't know none of this stuff. I don't follow all these different things. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, I don't follow all these different things. And I believe somebody had gave a super chat for $1.99 or something like that. I didn't catch your super chat, but appreciate your support. I think it got off the screen. Appreciate your support. And then let me see. Shout out to Lost Ya Revolutionary. Appreciate the 1-month membership. He said, let me see. Laughing out louds, talk to nobody because it's mostly women. Wow. So if it's mostly women where you work, you definitely got to walk on the eggshells. Definitely. Man, that's crazy, fam. Being around women on a 9-to-5 all day, man, that's trouble. Now, for a lot of you guys, you would think that's paradise. No, fam. You got to walk on eggshells. You better keep to yourself, fam. Don't say nothing. Don't say good morning. Don't say good night. Don't say anything. If you're going to talk to a sister, do it off the clock. Now, some sisters might want you to holler. I don't recommend you brothers do it. Don't do it, guy. I promise you, I don't care how fine that sister look. You better leave her alone. You better leave her alone, fam. I've been in situations where I told supervisors, move me, fam. Move me from this location. Put me at another spot. Why? I don't want to be around that woman, bruh. Why not? I don't want no charges. I'm trying to keep myself safe. Some guys would think that something wrong with me. No, fam. You got to protect yourself, man. Because you have to understand, not only do you deal with temptation and the fact that you around sisters that you would definitely holler at the same time, when you get word from the streets, because you know in every job place, it's, you know, people talk the talk. You know what's going on in these streets at the job, so you get word and inside info. And there have been times that I worked around women, and certain sisters even would put me on the game and be like, yo, they sending this sister to y'all location. You know what I mean? She involved in this, that. Watch your back, bro. And I'm like, yo, good looking, fam. And the brothers be ready to holler, and I'm like, yo, fam, I already got the word, fam. Leave shorty alone, man. She look good, yeah, I get it. But yo, we gotta see how she move, bro. Nah, forget that, I'm gonna holler. Bruh, man, holler, next minute he in trouble. You know what I mean? So you gotta know how to keep yourself away from the drama. Appreciate the support. Brick House 86, appreciate your support. I mean, if you want to talk to them sisters, man, you could do that off the clock. You know what I mean? You get off the clock, you ready to go home, you holler at shorty, be like, yo, let me talk to you for a second. You know what I'm saying? I gotta ask you a question. And you just kick your game, talk your talk, let her know the deal, be like, look, you know what I'm saying? Trying to talk to you, boom, boom, boom. I don't want to be talking on the job because you know how that is, company policy and all that other nonsense. Or you just leave them alone entirely, fam, because, you know, sometimes things go left and you get yourself in trouble, you know? And this is why the 9-to-5 working environment can be very toxic, because you have to understand, when men and women are in the same locations, you know, things are going to pop off. Things are going to pop off, fam. And especially if a sister look good. This is why when you at the job, they always give you these sexual harassment courses, and you gotta read these articles and go on the computers and acknowledge this and acknowledge that. I mean, fam, it's like you can't even be a man on the job no more, bro. You can't even be a man no more. You can't be masculine at all. The minute you show strength, they report you to HR. They report you, fam. And it's not just men getting reported on by women. Sometimes you got men that, you know, they have to report a sister. You know, there have been instances where dudes got sexually harassed, bruh. Now, some of you guys might think something wrong with a dude, but I knew a dude that a sister kept coming on to him, and the brother was like, yo, chill, leave me alone. You know what I'm saying? I'm not really trying to rock with you. And the sister kept pushing up, and she grabbed homeboy equipment. You know what I mean? Like literally grabbed dude's equipment several times, man, in front of people. We seen that stuff, and you know how it is with third-party sexual harassment in the workplace. So we all talking in the locker rooms. We're like, yo, fam, shorty, grab your equipment. What you gonna do? We making jokes, but it's not a laughing matter. It's serious, because you know, if a dude grab a woman by her private, you know, dude fired. So why is it cool, and why do we celebrate it as men like we scored, like it's something cool? A woman don't supposed to be grabbing your equipment on the job like it ain't nothing. That's crazy. Especially if you ain't trying to smash. So the dude reported the sister and she got fired, bruh. I couldn't believe it. He had the evidence. He had to call up witnesses because it wasn't going to be an easy fight. For men, it's a little different. With a sister, she could literally go up there and say she felt harassed and, you know, all this other stuff, and a brother could be in HR fighting for his job. I seen it happen, fam. Listen, fam, I was plotted on against on the 9-to-5, bruh. I had to be up in HR for BS. No jokes, man. I'm speaking bars. This is real talk, fam. I'm talking about way back in, man, like 2012, 2013. I remember sisters was plotting to get me fired, bro, because they saw my YouTube videos. I kid you not, fam. When you see brothers on social media talking about, yeah, I got fired because people reported me on the job to the supervisors claiming I do YouTube and whatnot. That's real talk, man. It happens. I was like, I ain't tell none of you sisters to watch my channel. They were like, this is what they were spinning about me in the 9-to-5 back in like 2012, 2013. They were like, Ringo hate black women, all this talk, all this negative stuff. I'm in the supervisor office. I'm in HR. They talking all this mess. They had a petition. Fam, when I tell you brothers leave these women alone on the 9 to 5, it's not no joke, bruh. I know it sounds funny and whatnot, but when you at that office and you got people in high places and high positions grilling you and basically questioning you and wanting to know everything you doing, and yo, that's like, you feel like a slave, bro. You don't feel like a man. You end up looking at them and it's like you want to flip, you want to curse everybody out, tell them go F themselves. But at the same time, you need your job. You know what I mean? You got them bills to pay and you're like, dag, man, it's like, it's not the way it's supposed to be. A man is not supposed to be walking on eggshells. You're supposed to be masculine 100%. You know? You should never have to bite your tongue for nobody. You know? But this is what the world does to put you in a box so you can't speak. You know what I mean? Shout out to Chef Quentin Jones, 88. You know what I'm saying? 24 months support. You know? He said, especially if you're in the restaurant business. I could just imagine the nightmares. This is why I keep saying a lot of times, you know, a lot of people out here be going through their own struggle just being on the job, fam. See, this video is about Don Lemon. We all get it. But at the same time, I try to use the opportunity to spit some game in hopes that people that deal with issues on the job are able to cope with the BS. Because I already done know some of y'all, man, when you got to get up to go to that job, man, you be looking at the mirror when you in the bathroom, man, you're like, man, another day? I got to go through this mess? And then when you get there, you're dealing with all sorts of drama. And it's like, fam, they ain't paying me enough to be dealing with this BS, man. Seriously. I don't got time for this drama. And this is why I used to tell people, like, yo, I'm here to just do my job and go home, fam. Like, yo, just leave me alone, fam. You know? I'm not here, you know, to be buddy up with everybody. I mean, of course, when you're on the job, you don't want to be by yourself. Of course, you're going to have people that you might talk to and kind of befriend and be cool with, probably 3 different co-workers or whatever the case is. But still, you got to know how to move solo, even when you're on the job. Don't tell people all your business. You know what I mean? Remember, your job is not a place to talk about your personal business, your family life, the things you got planned. Is only about business. Because if you talk about your personal life and the things that you do outside the job, eventually it's going to turn into drama. Now you're going to be beefing with people on the job. And that's the worst thing to have, is beef on the job. I seen people fight on the job, bruh. I'm talking about throw hands. You know what I mean? People had hands put on them. Supervisors had hands put on them. I seen dudes pull out burners on the job. Facts. Matter of fact, some of this stuff made the news, but I'm not gonna leak the stories and direct you, because then it'll open up a whole can of worms to different locations of different drama that went down in these streets. So we can't talk about that. But I done seen these things happen and played out in real time, where even supervisors thought that they were untouchable. Fam, you better make sure if you're a supervisor that you respect your staff. Don't go talking down on your staff like these your kids. You'll have these hands put on you, fam. Seriously. Nobody cares if you're the supervisor. Nobody don't care about that. You can get it too. So keep thinking that things are sweet. Keep thinking that as a supervisor, you could talk down on a brother and treat him like he ain't ish. He'll see you after work, bro. Remember, you gotta be in these streets. You can't hide. We know where you live, bro. When you're on a 9 to 5, always remember, we know where you rest your head at. So all of that, doing all sorts of dirt on the job, making people's life difficult. If you a supervisor and you listening right now, you better pay attention to what I'm saying. Treat your coworkers and your staff with respect. You know what I mean? Just because you're the supervisor doesn't mean you the boss. You're a supervisor. You're not the boss. You just somebody that have a certain position to lead. That's it. You not the boss, you ain't the one cutting them checks. So at the end of the day, You better make sure you're treating your staff with respect, because without them, you're going to look bad if they're not doing their job. Because a lot of times you got a lot of brothers and sisters, they get into a supervisor position and all of a sudden they start crapping on the workers and treating the workers like crap. You're not supposed to do that. When you're in a position of any sort of power, you got to know how to utilize that power to bring up the morale in the business so that your staff is able to work and do their job in peace. Because people dealing with their own stress, people dealing with their own demons at home. You know what I mean? So the last thing you want is for people to bring them demons on the job. And now you got a bunch of drama because you're a bad supervisor. You know what I mean? So let me get back to this article. It went on and it says that Lemon's exit comes from the heels of Variety on April 5th expose detailing multiple supposed misogynistic incidents over the past 15 years at CNN. In 2008, the anchor allegedly threatened his live from co-host Kyra Phillips. When she got an assignment he coveted, which means he wanted the assignment, y'all. He coveted that assignment, but he wasn't able to do it. So he basically, I guess, threatened this person, allegedly. Lemon supposedly made derogatory comments about former colleague Soledad O'Brien and disrespect Nancy Grace on the air. Unnamed source questioned his journalistic integrity and behind-the-scenes behavior. So look at that, fam. They question his journalistic integrity and behind-the-scenes behavior. Do you see how when you're on the job, how you got people watching your every move? I'm telling you, fam, I'm trying to give you guys and gals this game to help you learn how to move. People are always watching you, fam. Imagine this man have 17 years in the business. Don Lemon have so much knowledge and experience in the business that he could have did his own thing. He could have started his own business. And I'm pretty sure if he was to start something, it's going to be successful because of his name, because of his notoriety, and his fame, so to speak. He'll be able to do something, that can help him to remain happy in the field that he's in. But the point that I'm making here is unnamed sources. Notice what it says. Unnamed sources question his journalistic integrity and behind-the-scenes behavior. You always gonna have snitches, fam. You always gonna have snitches on the job, talking about you, plotting. And it's sad. It went on, it says, after the report dropped, a spokesperson for Lemon fired off the following statement. The story, which is riddled with patently false anecdotes and no concrete evidence, is entirely based on unsourced, unsubstantiated 15-year-old anonymous gossip. So basically, people were gossiping from this particular source, is saying that these alleged, incidents is all gossip. So this man may have lost his job over gossip, which is typically how a lot of you lose your job, over somebody reporting you. This is what always happens. There's always a hater on the job, fam. Always. It goes on and says, it's amazing and disappointing that Variety would be so reckless. Wow. In October, Lemon said goodbye to his show, Don Lemon Tonight, after 8 years. The following month, he launched CNN This Morning alongside Poppy Harlow and Caitlin Collins in one of CEO Chris Lynch's biggest programming shakeups. Lemon was sidelined earlier this year after his comments about Haley sparked widespread backlash. Months prior, he was called out after making sexist remarks about the U.S. women's soccer team. Do you see how they have a paper trail on this guy? There's no way to win in society, fam. The cancel culture is real. No matter what you do, they just talking about you. So they got all this stuff on this man. So he made some remarks about the U.S. women's soccer team. It was speculated there was tension off air with Harlow and Collins. See how it was a hostile working environment? It was a hostile working environment on the job. Lemon's firing comes as CNN faces the steepest year-over-year decline among the three major news networks. In February, The Wrap reported CNN This Morning was the network's lowest rated morning show in a decade. Wow, so are you telling me that you fired Don Lemon because of ratings? Nobody don't watch the news like that anymore. People be watching YouTube now. Come on. People be watching YouTube now. You know, like I got cable and I don't even watch the cable TV. I'm serious. I'm paying for a service that I don't even use. You know what I mean? I use the internet and all this other stuff, but I don't even watch TV. I don't even know what's on TV. I haven't watched TV from 2000, I don't know, 2006, 2007. No cap, fam. I don't watch TV at all. I watch movies, you know, Blu-rays, but I don't watch TV at all. You know, you come on YouTube to find the news now. You don't even have to go to no news station anymore. So, of course, ratings are going to drop, right? So he made some interesting words about the soccer team. It talks about the ratings were down. It goes on and it says The Wrap reported CNN This Morning was the network's lowest rated morning show in a decade. Those numbers briefly increased when Lemon returned to the air after Holly fiasco. So the ratings went back up when Lemon came back. See that? So they need the man to get the ratings up, but they let him go. They couldn't take the heat anymore, fam. Some people in high places was like, look, he gots to go. He gots to go. You know, it's just like when some of you get canned from your job, it may not have been your supervisor. Maybe your supervisor was fighting for you, but his supervisor was having pressure from his supervisor. And it was like, look, we got to let him go, fam. And they just call you in the office and they're like, look, bruh, you know what I mean? This is what we're going to do. It's not my decision. If it was up to me, you know what I mean? You wouldn't have to be here, but they said we got to let you go. So it is what it is. So it goes on and it says that, let me see, after co-anchoring the 5 p.m. newscast for NBC 5 News in Chicago, Lemon joined CNN, where he quickly rose the ranks. Don Lemon Tonight launched in 2014 in a primetime slot, which means that it got a lot of views. Primetime slot. He co-moderated a 2020 Democratic presidential debate and covered breaking news stories for CNN, including the death of Queen Elizabeth II, last year's school shooting in Uvalde, Texas, and the crisis in Ukraine. He served as a correspondent across CNN U.S. programming prior to his departure. So as you can see, this guy's resume is impressive when it comes to his reporting. I mean, you got to give it up, you know? His resume is very extensive and he covered some big stories, you know? So for them to pretty much let him go, I know that that's bothering him. He's not happy about that, fam. And it's just a sad situation that he lost his position, but it can happen to anybody, man. It can happen to anybody. The whole thing is be prepared. You know what I mean? You have to be prepared for the unthinkable. You know, you have to be prepared. You got to read the writing on the wall and always recognize, you know what? Job look like they about to let me go. So let me go do something else. Let me get prepared for something else so that when things don't go through, I know I got something else to fall on, because, you know, especially as black men and women, I believe that out of all ethnic groups, and I'm pretty sure other ethnic groups may have the same ability. I'm not saying they don't. I can only speak for my people at this point, but I know for a fact that we have an ability in us where we know that something is coming and we got to kind of prepare and make changes. We don't understand why or why we're doing it, but it's like you just know that something's coming down the pipeline that we got to do and make some changes. So you really got to be safe, man, and don't think that you're going to be at your company forever. I know that's what you want to believe. You want to think that it's never going to end. There's going to always be security. Your job is going to always be there. You're going to get that check every 2 weeks. The bills are going to always get paid on time. And it's not like that for everybody. Some people, it just don't work out that way. If you never been fired, you never lost a job, then hey, that's a blessing. You know, more power to you. But at the end of the day, you have to always know that it's temporary. It's not forever. It's temporary. So take what you could get from your 9 to 5 while you can. You know, save money. Enjoy your life. You only have one life. You really do. You only have one life to live. So enjoy your life the best that you can. Try to make the best of it. Stop trying to figure everything out. And recognize that you're more valuable than your company think. You know, whether you work at Home Depot, whether you're a cashier, work at the gas station, truck driver, mechanic, plumber, carpenter, it doesn't matter what your position is. You're more valuable than what your job think of you. So once you understand that, even though you got to deal with headaches and a lot of drama, and I'm not saying everybody deals with drama on the job, but a lot of people do. And they don't talk about it because, you know, we're trained and taught that we have to keep a smile on our face. You know how it is. People, yo, man, yo, what's good, Ringo? You good? What do we normally do? We always say we good. We always say I'm good and you not good. Fam, you haven't been good in 3 months. You know what I mean? You not good, but we're trained to say that because we don't want nobody to think we down. We don't want nobody to think that we bad, like we struggling. You know what I mean? I used to tell people straight up when they ask me certain questions, like, yo, Ringo, you good? Nah, not. Leave me alone. Don't even speak to me, fam. Serious. All right, cool. And they used to think that I was being mean to them. It's not that I'm being mean. You know what I mean? I just don't want to be bothered. You asked me a question, right? You asked me if I'm good. I said, no, leave me alone. You know what I mean? Let me cool off, fam. You don't know what I'm dealing with. You know? And certain people just know not to say nothing to you when they look at your body language. You just know not to say nothing to a brother because you could see he going through something. You know? I used to look at certain brothers and I'd be like, yo, fam, like, if, you know, everything good, you need something, whatever the case is, you know, just holler at me, whatever. I see you dealing with your nonsense, you know what I mean? It is what it is. And I just leave people alone, let them go through whatever they're dealing with. They'll come around and come to you and, you know, let you know what the deal is if they want to. But I don't sit around trying to counsel people on the job because people be dealing with a lot of ish, man. People come to the job with their family drama, baby mama issues, and they bring that to work. And that's a bad mix. because then you end up taking that out on coworkers, and you beefing with everybody and people fighting on the job. They got to call cops, fam. I seen cops get called, bruh. Cops pulling up at the job. You on a 9 to 5, fam. Police is at the job. That's crazy. You know what I mean? I remember one time you had some issue that went down, man. Yo, the supervisors had to keep it on wraps. I ain't gonna talk too much because, you know what I'm saying? A lot of them cats, they still at the job and whatnot, but things went down, police showed up, and, you know what I mean? It's like it wasn't reported. You know what I mean? Like, they kept everything quiet. You know how you gotta report everything and the superiors will know about this? Like, fam, it was just that bad, man. It's like you report that, everybody going down on drama, man. Like, it's just a mess. Cause it was bad, man. Like, a lot of people be bringing their drama to the job, and then people be talking about other people's business in the workplace and bringing their Facebook drama to the workplace. Like, come on, man. It be toxic, bruh. I can't deal with them headaches, man. You know? So it's unfortunate that this man lost his career, and maybe he'll do something else. You know, you never know. Maybe he'll do something else and continue to be successful at what he do best. But like I said, he's an OG in the game. He's been doing a lot of journalism stuff for many years, and a lot of people were laughing, saying that he deserved this and that. Like I said, I don't follow all this man's work. Maybe you do. Maybe you heard all the things he said. Maybe he said some things that he wasn't supposed to say, or whatever the case is. But see, notice what I just said. Maybe he said some things that he wasn't supposed to say. Isn't that crazy? Remember, there was a time when we used to be able to speak our mind. There was a time when you could just talk like a man and you ain't have to worry about nobody saying that you're misogynistic. Think about this, guys. Think about this as a man, as a black man. And, you know, for the white viewers, pretty much you know the same thing. Y'all got y'all own issues. Y'all just deal with them differently. But as a black man, especially in the workplace, it's like we're not allowed to carry ourselves as a strong man. It's like they don't want you to be a strong masculine man in the workplace. They would prefer you be more effeminate. I'm just being honest. They don't respect you as a man. They want you to not challenge them. They don't want you to talk for yourself and speak up. I used to talk about issues that I see, and I would call them out and make supervisors understand that, you know, this is not right, that's not right. People used to get mad, fam. I would light emails up, CC everybody, have everybody pissed. I don't care. You know what I mean? Because I know about paperwork and the paper trails. And as long as you got that email and you CC'd everybody, nobody can say that you didn't do this and you didn't do that. Because there was a lot of snake stuff going on. And to stay out of the drama, you had to make sure that you keep certain people in the loop. Because, hey, a lot of false accusations be had on the workplace, and Don Lemon experienced that. You know? 17 years down the drain. 17 years down the drain. And I know some of you cats, you probably been with your agency, company, or whatever the case, probably for more than 10 years, 17 years. Some of y'all got like 25 years in. And then your company pull up on you and be like, fam, we got to let you go. What? What happened? We got to let you go, bro. You know what I'm saying? The sister right there said that you touched her behind. What? I didn't even do that, fam. Well, hey, it ain't looking good. We got like 3 witnesses. Effective immediately. You're no longer working here. And you're like, wow. So all they had to do is say that I touched her behind, and y'all believe it, right? No trial, no evidence, no nothing, just because they all agree. I seen women do that, bro. Women will plot and literally all agree to get you canned, bro. Just like that. That's just the way it goes, man. That's why in the job, brothers, don't be massaging no woman neck. Don't be doing none of that stuff about touching her. Don't do none of that stuff, bro. We in 2023, fam. Don't do that. Don't touch none of these ladies, fam. If she ain't asked you to do nothing after work, leave her alone. But if she telling you to touch her on the job, you better be careful, bro. I promise you, she'll line you up. She'll tell you to touch her, make another sister see, and that sister will look at it and file charges for third-party sexual harassment. You better watch your back, bro. She'll tell you to massage her neck and then tell her friend, walk into the room so you could see it, and then use that as grounds to go to HR and make your anonymous complaint that you feel uncomfortable with Jeffrey in the room. And we can move him up out of our area. Man, I seen all the plots, man. It's dirty. Dirty, bro. Some people will come against you to make you not get the job title. You know what I mean? Mess up your whole promotion, fam. You was just about to be promoted. Somebody gave a bad word about you. Messed up your whole gig, bro. And then they start laughing about it. Like, yeah, he ain't get the promotion. Ha ha ha. Laughing at you, bro. That's how it be, man. Oh, man. Yeah, dude, man. Stay off camera too, man. People be, yo, fam. See, I can't even go into details, bro, because it's just crazy, man. The things that I seen, things that went down, the things people done did. Fam, dudes got caught on camera doing things, bro. Like, man, yo, man, you gotta be careful, man. Sometimes you could be a brother messing around on the job, right, with a sister, and you go into a certain room thinking ain't nobody there. They got a camera right over there in the corner, fam. You don't even know that the camera watching you the whole time, bro. Whole thing on tape. Caught you, man, blowing shorty back out on the job, bro. Everybody watching. You didn't even know. They call you in the room. You know how embarrassing that is, man? I seen that stuff happen, bro. Be careful, man. Don't get caught slipping. So, it is what it is. It is what it is, fam. So I'm gonna go find something else to talk about, and I'm gonna go on over to the Ringo TV Raw channel. Haven't post videos over there in like 100 days or something like that. So I gotta go over there and bless the platform. You know what I mean? I didn't even realize I'm gonna have to create a schedule, fam, for all these different platforms I got. I gotta create a schedule on uploading content. I'm gonna figure it out. I got a lot of things that I'm doing behind the scenes. I gotta go to B&H Photo Department Store. I gotta ask them some major questions, fam. Like, I'm very technical with setting up certain systems, but I really want a system that is very easy to manage, but have all of the power, computer power, and the right type of equipment to do the job the way I need it to be done. Like, I got everything set up, but it's not the way I would want it to be, if that makes sense. But I'm gonna talk to a couple of professionals at the local store and basically give them a rundown of exactly what I'm trying to do. And hopefully they'll be able to walk me through certain things. I have an idea of what I gotta get, but I want to make sure that it can be controlled in the same workflow that I'm using, but with equipment that makes a clean production setup on the fly that will allow me to work faster, because it's all about the tools that you use when you're doing content. It's not as simple as just turning on a microphone, turning on OBS and going live. Like, you really have to have everything right in order to work effectively. So that's exactly what I'm trying to get things at, where I can just on the fly do what I need to do and push out more content as fast as possible. So yeah, I'm gonna go on over to the other platform. It's going on about 1 a.m. So I should be back over there probably around like 2 a.m., 1:30 a.m., somewhere around there. And I'm gonna do another show over there about another issue. I have another important video stream that I'm gonna do probably in the morning, afternoonish. I gotta cover a story about a book. I had to purchase the book in order to talk about the issue, because I wanted to see for myself what's going on. So I had to order the book. I was supposed to do a video about it the other day, but I didn't, because I wanted to get the actual material in hand so I can see for myself, rather than just looking at like screenshot images or what somebody sent me. I had to see for myself. Sometimes you got to read for yourself to find out what's really going on so that you can make an effective video. So that being said, salute to everybody in the chat. See Sean the Navigator in the building. Salute, bro. Shout out to V-Dub, man. Tracy, Shao, Sherelle, Rebel for Almighty. Salute to all the mods wherever they at. Peace and blessings to them. And salute to the chat, everybody that support and rock with the platform. Final words, be thankful. Be thankful that you got air to breathe. Be thankful that you have food in your refrigerator. Be thankful that you got a few dollars in your account. Be thankful. Be thankful. There's a lot of people that might be going through worse situations. So whatever you're dealing with, always be mindful that there's somebody out there that's going through a lot, dealing with a lot of stress. So be thankful. Be thankful for where you are, even if it's not where you want to be. But be thankful and be encouraged that if you're a brother or sister and you recently lost your job over some BS, be encouraged and don't give up. You know, I know nobody ain't there for you. I know how that is. I know how it is when nobody calls to check up on you to see how you doing. Old coworkers, nobody look for you. Nobody reach out to see, hey man, you good? You all right, fam? I was just checking in to see, you know what I'm saying? You need anything? Like, you know, so you got to remain being encouraged and stay on the grind. Think clear. Use the time that you got to reflect and look at life differently, because you'd be surprised how certain things that happen to us is actually a blessing in disguise. It's actually a blessing where you might think your whole world is falling apart, but it's not really falling apart. It's being put together. It's actually a blessing. Sometimes your job will let you go and you might think you lost something good, but it's a blessing. It was a blessing that you lost the job. You understand? It was a blessing that you lost the job, because by you losing the job, you were able to open and expand your mind to do something better. You understand? So don't take the loss as, you know what I mean? Like, man, that's messed up. Nah, fam, you got to look at that as a celebration. It's a blessing, bruh. It might be that opportunity for you to start that business. It might be that opportunity for you to spend a little time with the family, get some things done around the house, start to figure out what your next move is. You know, be thankful. You know? So I'm going to get up on out of here, go get something to eat, and I'm going to go on over to the other platform, put in some work, and we're going to do a discussion later on about a particular book. We're going to do that. Hopefully I could probably do that in the morning. I haven't ordered anything, so I can pretty much do that, because you have to understand with my schedule, and a lot of times I make orders, and what happens is, you know, I have to wait for the delivery guy and whatnot. And if I'm going live in the morning, I don't want to have to be stopping a stream to go answer a door for a delivery. You know what I mean? I don't want to be distracted. So I should be able to go live in the morning, probably like after 10, 11, somewhere around there. Once I get everything sorted, fam, I'm going to have like a schedule where you could just know when I'm going live rather than just going live randomly throughout the day and you don't know where I'm at. You know what I mean? I want to have like a set schedule where it's like, okay, boom, he's coming on at this time and you know I'm coming on at that time. But I don't want to make any promises, but eventually once I have everything sorted and everything is good and I know, okay, I'm on track, because you know how it is, fam, when you got a lot of things to do in your personal life, you got a lot of things to do in your family, you got a lot of things to organize, and it's just like you're busy, you know what I mean? You got to sort things out, you got to do some spring cleaning, probably got to paint a room, probably got to paint the kids' room, you know, clean out your closet and do different things. Like a lot of different things I got to do behind the scenes that it's a distraction and it keeps me from focusing on what I got to do. So it's like sometimes you got to take a break and focus on different things in order to clear your mind. So if you're a person, man, that might be good for you to do. Like clear your mind by doing certain things around the house that you've been putting off for a long time. You know, just kind of get it done. You know, you might need to install an AC and you have it in the box. You didn't even open the box yet. It's been like 3 months. Install the AC. Take that weekend, install the AC, do what you got to do. That way you get it out of the way, you know? So, yeah, I'm going to go get something to eat. I'm going to be on the other platform. So if you're not subscribed to the Ringo TV Raw channel, make sure you subscribe over there. We're going to be over there next in about 1 hour. I'm going to head on over there. So, y'all be safe, fam. This was another good one. You know what I mean? A good discussion, a good talk. Hopefully Don Lemon able to get himself together and continue to do what he got to do. You never know. He might get hired by somebody else. It all depends, you know what I mean? Some people, they don't want to retire and be home all day. It's boring. He want to be out there. He love doing what he's doing. He like being on TV, reporting, doing news. I keep telling you, fam, it's what keeps you alive. I knew old timers that used to work at certain agencies that I was at, and once they retired, they died. I'm talking about guys that we work with these guys, and once they retired, they died. I'm talking about these people didn't even get to see their pension. Nothing. They just died. You know? I remember one dude, he retired. He was, you know, he would be sitting outside and he kind of lived in the community and he would just be bored, man. We used to walk by like, hey, what's going on, man? He's like, hey, I'm just not feeling good, man. We used to kind of sit there and kind of talk with him and he'd be like, man, I don't got nothing to do. I'm just here existing. I don't got nothing to do. And it's like they're not happy. They go starting to drink. Next minute, these people on alcohol. You're like, damn, bro, what happened to you, man? Whole life just falling apart, man. Yo, when you bored and you at home as a man and you don't got nothing to do, fam, yo, you get depressed, bro. You get depressed. This is why, as a man, it's good to go take that walk in the park, get up in the morning, go jog, go do some cycling, get your workout in. get around, travel around, get into some sort of activity, because a lot of us, man, believe it or not, the minute you stop being active, you're going to fall apart as a man and a woman. It can happen to women too, you know? So I'll catch you on the other side at the other platform later on. So they go to link. VDub post the link. So if you're not subscribed over there, make sure you subscribe. We're going to be over there talking about another issue and offer up some good commentary. So that being said, fam, you know, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Click the notification bell. We'll catch you in the next stream. Ringo TV reactions, fam. It is what it is. So y'all be safe out there, and I'll see you on the next video. We out. Peace.
If you like our content, consider supporting via Cash App at $Ringo TV Raw. Become a patron on patreon.com for exclusive video content not shown on YouTube. You could also support through PayPal at paypal.me/Ringo TV Raw. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and click the bell to be notified of new content. Follow me on Instagram at Ringo TV Raw.
This is Ringo TV Reactions, the only channel on YouTube bringing you the truth, 100% raw and uncut. I'm out. Peace.